What a beautiful morning to be out on the 2021 BMW R9T Scrambler. I've had this bike for a few days now on a loan from BMW North Oxford, and I've been able to ride it quite a bit, not as much as I wanted because of various circumstances. I was ill for a few days over the weekend, and also the weather has been quite rubbish, pretty much like the traffic here. I'm going to try to do a spot of overtakeage, and so I haven't been able to ride it as much as I want, but I commuted to work yesterday. Weather was a bit rubbish, and I had some problems with my sound recorder, so the sound didn't come out right. Anyway, I digress. This is the 2021 BMW R9T Scrambler, and what a lovely bike she is. I'm going to try to do a quick kind of long-term-ish review, and I'm going to kind of divide things into 4 sections: looks, usability, performance, and I'm going to give it a fun score at the end. If this works out well, I'll probably try to do this more with other bike reviews that I do going forward. Anyway, the looks. This is a retro looking bike, and it's part of BMW's heritage line of R9T bikes and the R18 classic bike and so on. So the list of accessories, the accessories catalogue for this is huge, so you can personalize it, you can make it your own quite easily by adding you know, all the extra accessories to it. Actually, one of the models in the heritage line is the BMW, it's the R9T Pure, which is a very vanilla bike with pretty much the same, it's got the same engine, it's got the same and a kind of chassis and everything, but in terms of the way it looks, it's quite bland and vanilla, and you can personalize it and you can customize it rather. So that's one, and then there's the R9T Urban GS, which is more, its looks, its design is more focused on a more urban usage, cafe racery type bike, whilst this one is a more kind of Scrambler adventure type bike with the 19-inch wheels on the front and the 17-inch wheel on the back. It comes with Battle Axe R41R tires, which I assume are kind of a 50-50 type tire for adventure and road. But she looks the part. I love the colors, I love the color combination, I love the way this brown leather seat looks like. It is it's not very comfortable, but and the single clock on the front, where you have this analog speedo, and then you have a small LCD screen where you can flick through the road modes, or the mode, sorry, that's on road right now, road and rain and dirt. That's what the modes, these are the modes that come with the bike. And you have your trips, trip 1, trip A, trip 2, odometer, engine temperature, and range and things, so and outside temperature. So yes, this bike looks the part. The only thing that I might change are the mirrors, but these ones, I would put some bar end mirrors on it, but these ones, they work brilliantly. I mean, they're not really very nice, but they do their job of showing me what's behind me. So in terms of the and also I love the way the daylight running light in the front looks like, and the round light is beautiful. So as far as looks go, like 5 out of 5 for this bike. Now the second thing would be usability. So I don't think that anyone would buy this bike thinking, oh yeah, I need it to be a practical bike, yeah, I need this for commuting, I need this for touring, I need this bike to do everything very comfortably. It's not that type of bike, so if you're looking for that, the nineT Scrambler is not the one to go with. This is a pure riding pleasure bike. You buy this bike for a quick blast around the A or B roads, and the odd trip if you want to with not that much luggage, and yeah, just to have fun, really, to enjoy this bike on some dirt roads. This is not a proper adventure bike for some serious off-roading, but I think it can quite easily do dirt roads, and we can have a lot of fun doing that. Having said that, I've commuted yesterday. I'm going to the office today again on her, and with the quite large backpack that I have, I can fit my laptop, all the laptop accessories in it. I can fit my lunchbox, and I can fit my camera equipment. So it is doable, and I have about a 15-mile commute each way from home to work, and it is very doable. It is very comfortable for that. It's just not a touring bike or an everyday runner in the full sense of that word, or daily runner in the sense of that word. But it is doable, and I am the living proof of it. But this is indeed a... Hang on, what are you doing? Oh, where was I? Got distracted. But yeah, as far as usability goes, this is not the bike you'd buy for your sensible day-to-day usage. You'd buy it to have fun like this. And that is a nice segue to the performance section. I have to be very careful with the GoPro here. And this is a nice segue to the performance section. So this bike has the 1,170 cubic centimeters twin opposed boxer engine from BMW. It's air-cooled, not water-cooled or liquid-cooled. This is the air-cooled version, putting out 110 brake horsepower, and I think it's 101 Newton meters. I'm not sure, but what I'm trying to say here is that regardless of the figures, this is a very powerful engine for this bike. This bike comes in at around 220 kilograms wet, which is quite surprising for its physical size, but I guess that most of the weight lies in the engine. So the engine is very down low, as normal with boxer engines. So the center of gravity is very down low, and the bike it has more than enough power for its own weight. So 220 kilograms, 110 brake, 100 Newton meters. It's more than enough for great fun. It pulls away on virtually any gear. And speaking of gears, there is no gear shift indicator in this very minimalistic dashboard. I'm not sure I can squeeze through here. People are not. Yeah, maybe I can. Feet are up. Feet are up. Good. That's good. And so she's a small bike. She's very easy to filter through traffic. I'm just a bit concerned about this big lorry next to me, but hey, come on. But very easy to ride. I didn't have to put my feet down. And off she goes. She leans very well into bends, thanks to the big 19-inch wheel, which also sucks up a lot of the bumps and holes or potholes on the road. Suspension is a bit firm, but it's good enough. One of the things about usability or comfort that I forgot to mention was that the turning circle is not that good, despite of the big size wheel on the front. It does not have a very good turning circle, which makes it a bit odd and a bit clunky to take out of my garage, for example, because as I come out of the garage I need to do a sharp 90-degree U-turn with the bike, so and it's not that easy. Another thing that doesn't make it very easy to lug around not just the turning circle, but also because there's no grab handles on the back. I need to grab the seat, which is also not very easy to do, and given the weight of the bike and its size and not having a proper place to grab it, it's not easy to lug this thing around. So usability, maybe not 5 out of 5, but that's not what you buy this bike for. You buy it for the performance, you buy it for the style, and like I said, this is a beautiful engine, perfect for A road or B road blasting, and have immense amounts of fun riding it in great style, in my opinion. The engine just opens up beautifully. Oh, another thing about usability that I just remembered, I can't find a fuel gauge, so I don't know how much fuel I have left on this. So it might be that I'll run out of fuel in the next 30 seconds. I don't know. Well, not 30 seconds, but yeah, you get the gist. There's no fuel gauge. I'm not really concerned about the fact that there's not a gear shift indicator, because you don't need to know, in real terms, you don't need to know which gear you're on. You need to be in the right, you need to know that you're in the right gear. That's what I normally say to myself. I don't care if it's 4th or 5th or 3rd, as long as it's the right gear for what I'm doing. And I can get that feeling from the engine, from the way the bike's performing, and shift accordingly. So not really concerned about that. The fuel gauge, yeah, it would be nice to have one. There's lots of police out today. I wonder if something's going on. So going back to, I was doing performance. Yeah, performance, a great machine to blast down country lanes, A roads, B roads, having fun, not in traffic, but a good commuter as well. So last but not least, the fun score. Well, I suppose that it's easy to guess that it's going to be very high up on the fun score. On a score of on a scale of 1 or 0 to 10, I would give it virtually a 9 out of 10, depending on the days, probably a 10 out of 10. And I have to say at this point that when I asked BMW to bring this specific bike, it was just because of the looks of the bike. I rode a nineT Scrambler I don't know how many years ago, but it was just a 5 or 10 minute thing, so I didn't get the feel of the bike. But to me, it was always a beautiful bike. The one that I rode a while back had a brushed aluminium tank with the same leather seat as this one. And to me, I still think that that's the best look for the Scrambler, not this green, kind of olive green with the yellow stripes or yellow orangey stripes on it. But yeah, anyway, I didn't have any experience riding the Scrambler. But and I wanted to bring her out just because of the looks, because I love the way this bike looks. I've put a few photographs on Instagram. You can check my Instagram account. It's at theforeigner68, foreigner, and the number's 68. I've put a lot of photographs of this particular bike, of the bikes, other Scramblers that were at the dealership, and I just simply love the way the bike looks. But it wasn't until I started riding it, and when I brought it from North Oxford, and that I completely fell in love with this bike. It is such a fun bike to ride. And actually, when I got home, Mrs. Foreigner agreed that it was a beautiful bike, and she said that I looked very nice on it. And I said to her, this would be the bike that I would buy if A, I could afford more than one bike, or B, we didn't ride the GT together. And that is still the case. I completely fell in love with this bike. It's very, very fun to ride. I think it looks the part. This is my definition of cool. Thank you. This is my definition of looking cool. And this is my definition of having fun on the road, on a motorcycle. It's a naked bike. I get the wind on my body. It's a very clean flow of air. no turbulence whatsoever, and the pipes, the twin pipes on the rear sound the part, beautiful pipes. The engine sounds the part. It's such a fun bike to ride. So yeah, this is one of those moments where I would give it a 10 out of 10. I would definitely buy this bike if A, I could afford a second bike, or B, if I didn't need a more practical, sensible bike for as a daily, which is a shame. But anyway, guys, this is my kind of long-ish term review of the 2021 BMW R nineT Scrambler. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, give it a thumbs down. And just leave your comments on the comment section downstairs. Share your love, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, ta-ra!